TNC Pro Team seemed like they wanted to go for a balanced approach, and honestly, in theory, their lineup should work really well. But we've felt it. Crowd control is king currently. It's not that far off, but just thinking about it, the heavy spin will really mess up a lot of things for the team fighting of TNC Pro Team.
Not just the team fighting, but also the formations too. I think in sieges and everywhere. Then it's the power of the Akai right now, one of the best junglers that you could pick up. And as you can see, the audience predicts that TNC would lose this one. 76% for Minana Evos. If you agree, just comment down below. If you don't, still comment down below. Support your favorite teams.
Even with the draft index revealing what the numbers look like, we have to remember, folks, that both of these teams are having trouble finishing their games.
Yeah.
Even if Minana Evos can delay it to a point where Doming AR is ready, will they be able to execute? When it matters, when it comes to the point where he has to drop down like Ethan Hunt from the very first Mission Impossible and do that little scene, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Can he do it?
Yeah, just like that time where you blow up the Death Star. You throw the lightsaber, you use the Force to just shoot in a little hole.
I don't think a lightsaber was involved
He
in that
closed
scene.
his eyes and he heard the voice, use the Force, Luke.
There were no lightsabers involved.
No lightsabers involved.
I watched something else.
I watched something else. I must have downloaded the wrong Star Wars. I wish the Star Wars skin in MLB would have a comeback.
I'm actually really glad that you mentioned
all of
that
them.
whole Death Star scene.
Why?
Sana all. Hopefully all of us too, Leo. Thank you.
Why?
Give us some of those skins. Anyways, because of the Novaria.
Yeah.
If Goyo can continuously land those astral recalls and actually stop Minana Evos even before sequences would break out, that'll be the best case scenario for TNC Pro Team. Like how Luke Skywalker single-handedly destroyed the Death Star using the Force.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Goyo really has to step up then. He has to silence the doubters. There are already a lot. It's an understatement if we say that people are starting to doubt Goyong's ability. But Goyo, rather. I added an NG. Where did that come from?
Minana Evos.
Minana Evos effect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the other mid laner.
It's the other mid laner.
Oh wait, Lancy here, trapped between three members of TNC, very low, forced to use the flicker, he survives.
Yeah, 1 minute in, a lot of action already in the mid lane. Looking at the emblems here, a lot of movement speed from the side of TNC. They want to move it.
They want to move it! And of course, they would need to. But the TNC Pro Team has a good amount of it as well. Minana Evos knows one of the ways for them to take control of the game a little better early on is to be able to move fast around the map.
Dude, even the Iritel has Wilderness Blessing. See, this is what we're talking about. Innocent wants to be with their mid lane trio. He wants to make plays happen.
Yeah, I mean, having a marksman early on in fights is a nice to have thing. And it has proven really good in terms of damage. I think damage in early fights, but it's not really good in terms of late game insurance. Unlike, I think, Paldoming, as you said earlier, kind of has this elusive trait of just having to farm the entire game and suddenly popping off out of nowhere.
Yeah, you can actually see his most picked heroes. The Beatrix is favorite, but the Claude very close to 12. So again, damn the patch. It's one of my comforts.
Lord JM suffering quite a bit. Almost. Not yet though. Turtle will be started by the side of TNC. Both junglers are looking at it.
Here we go, Kaizen with the headbutt, displacing King Kong, resetting the turtle effectively. AJ yet to hit his level 4. Goyo with the Astral Echoes, spotted 3. Bentings also still holding out. Controlled by AJ. Kaizen forced to use a heavy spin out of here as TNC bears down on the turtle, scoring it here past the 2.5-minute mark.
Do you think that flicker was worth it, Renmar?
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, it stopped them from getting that turtle. You want to be able to snowball fast. You want to be able to delay the late game of Minana Evos as much as possible. Worth, bro.
Yeah.
Worth.
Must have been worth for AJ. You could actually hear him shout if you're inside the venue. And that's without even killing people. It's just zoning them out. And maybe that plays some sort of, I would call like mental steroids inside his head. They're like, I'm him.
I'm him.
I'm him.
This is me.
And usually XP laners do need that. Do need that extra confidence so you zone out a lot of people.
You could have painted it as self-motivation, but mental steroids is an interesting way to put it, Womi.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Oh, wait. Spider Mouse here playing footsies with Ben Things. Something else to note here is the fact that we've seen this happen time and time again here in Season 12. The fact that the Valentina keeps on getting the decimation from the Martis. This was a very, very specific move by TNC's coaching staff, having King Kong pick up the Martis.
Yeah, I agree. The decimation on the hands of the Valentina is
Close to useless.
close to useless unless you really do get a kill. By then, it becomes very useful. But might be a big fight.
Here we go, looking for an engage. Kaizen finds one. It's King Kong displacing him with a heavy spin, sending him over all the way across the river, and King Kong just dashes on through. Ain't no fight here, but Doming goes deep with a blazing duet. Caught out, BMI on through. Ain't no one dying now.
Still 0 kills, 4 minutes in. Both teams, I can't believe how action-packed this game is, but there's no actual conversions just yet.
It's a pillow fight.
Yeah, I mean, with all the movement speed that they got. Oh, I thought he was gonna. No, he didn't have it.
He ulted!
He ulted.
It whiffed!
It just whiffed?
Yeah, it just whiffed!
Yeah, no, it hit nobody.
No, we didn't see anything. It didn't happen. Remove it from the papers, remove it from the replay. Cut that, director.
Oh, interesting. Was that like a little stop? Did he not step on something to end it?
No, he ulted, hit the wall first, then flickered.
Exactly, that's the one. All right, so I guess
Quite unfortunate.
Got
Quite
the
unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but too fast for his own hands.
the animation canceling was a little off.
Yeah.
Yep, saw it better in his head. Now, Minana Evos having favor with the turtle here, pulling it over to their side down south. King Kong grabs the gold buff first. Innocent up top, making work here.
Yeah, very good call by TNC to actually send Innocent there.
Yep, because I think this is a harder turtle for them to score right now. AJ with the penalty zone hitting too. King Kong and Benting's working on the turtle. Heavy spin by Kaizen. Scoring it. Shields up. Damages for Minana Evos as well. And in they go. Doming AR taking down Innocent off camera.
That is so weird exchange and a really good one for Minana Evos too. You can see Doggy going wild.
Yo, even in the studio, even in the arena, things getting hot.
Whoa, that was okay. I turned around there. That was Doggy and the Yi guy from RGPH doing double duties for TNC Pro Team. King Kong losing that retro battle was quite unfortunate. He wasn't getting disturbed by the heavy spin. It looked relatively free for him, and even more so to add to the misfortune of TNC Pro Team, Doming AR committing the blazing duet to make sure he beat Innocent in a duel. And again, Innocent without a sprint or a flicker or anything, actually rocking with that Purify means more often than not, if Doming has his ultimate and sprint up, he'll be able to catch down Innocent.
And he's already 1K ahead of Innocent.
Big money.
A solo kill against a solo kill between gold laners is really unfortunate for any team to have. In TNC, that's one small step backwards. Hopefully they do recover with one big leap forward.
Yep, looking at it, it's got to come from, again, as we set up earlier, Goyo has to set these astral echoes almost perfectly. And even with Lance AR getting the decimation, it doesn't seem to matter because that's not where the threat's coming from. It's just a little extra on top.
Yeah, now with one turtle for each team, the final turtle is about to spawn. Minana Evos holds somewhat of a 1K gold lead. Kaizen is looking quite great in this game still, 0-0-0, but you could see the effort whenever he comes in with the heavy spin. You see what Minana Evos wants to do.
Yeah, and we have been talking about that heavy spin as something that will really disrupt TNC Pro Team with things that they want to do. And it has been disruptive from Minana Evos. Kaizen has made the most out of it. And most importantly, Minana Evos are playing well around it. It's not just Kaizen spinning for the hell of it. They're actually working together, maximizing even the holy healing provided by the Rafaela.
Now the gold laners are isolated once again down bottom lane, but a big turtle fight might just happen here. Ajay looking for it.
And there's a penalty zone answered by a heavy spin. Astral Echo set up, but there's no follow through. Benting goes in with a Minoan Fury. Spider Mile gets taken out. King Kong scores a turtle. Double kill for Sir Ben.
Ben Things finally making a great play for TNC, evens out the gold here. But it's still not finished for this one. They're looking for the mid lane turret, but JM is there to defend it. And I guess he will be able to defend with King Kong.
Honestly, happy for Uncle Ben finally getting kills of his own. TNC Pro Team, can they push this mid turret down?
Oh, here we go. TNC stepping on the gas. And you know what they say? With great power comes great responsibility. And they back on out of there, playing so calculated. TNC in control.
No, with a game that has the name Spider Miles in it, that's an awful lot of Spider-Man references.
Too perfect.
Too perfect. It's like the best contacts ever. But I have a question. Did Uncle Ben actually kill someone in some kind of universe? I don't think so.
He probably did.
You know
It's a
what?
multiverse.
It's a multiverse. Probably in one of those, Uncle Ben had the gun, but
Dude, Spider-Man's been around for almost 100 years.
true.
I'm sure there's some version of it.
And Spider Miles right now is still doing quite okay. We did expect this type of, I would say, passive play coming in from this Rafaela, but I feel like the call for Minana Evos right now is to be a bit more reactive.
You're
than
right.
usual.
You're right. No, it's super passive because he doesn't have a flicker. He can't do FHB.
Yeah. He'll just be very reactive. Defend yourself, stay alive, heal, all the support, all the utility. And now for TNC Pro Team, though, they need to find one big sequence win. 3 kills, maybe even 4 if they can muster it. Because Domeng is still unstoppable with farming. He's level 11. Innocent's only just about to hit it. Domeng's 25% through with the experience progress there. Lord JM just built up a Sea Halberd. Time is running time is running out for TNC Pro Team.
Yeah, and the 1K gold lead that TNC had after that winning team fight suddenly just went away without a fight at all.
They have to commit this.
Not gonna happen. I mean, especially with a Grok that has power of the nature next to a wall. Can't stop him.
And Ben Thinks wasn't there. He was helping out Innocent. Will be able to go there. TNC, this is 5v4. They're gonna have to full commit.
Yeah, and this is a very dangerous territory for TNC. Minana Evos, they're just waiting around the corner, but don't have information on Doming too.
This is scary. River control goes over TNC, but the moves, the flanks.
Yeah.
There's so much potential for Minana Evos, and there's a flicker in. Cancelled out. AJ could not capitalize. Lord here at 1/3 of its health. Kaizen keeping it under control. Check Lancey, check Spider Miles. They could come in from anywhere, and there's a reset.
Yeah, and with that, the flicker for Ajay is burnt. I think it's a minute or half a minute from now. TNC would have to wait for that flicker penalty zone that we've been seeing a lot.
Oh, great placements of the skills of Minana Evos. Good zone out.
It's so honest, TNC's
Yeah.
approach. That's why Minana was able to weave in and out and force another big dance. And now Lancey are very low. Throwing out all these skills. Ben Things gets displaced. And now they're going to take him down. Pull like a matador. That Spider Miles takes him. Lord JM very low. King Kong looking for decimation. Bang! The answer is yes. 1 for 1.
And it's Lord JM for Ben Things. It's quite crucial for TNC to find at least one, and they do find Lord JM, but nobody can still take down this Lord.
Yeah, that Purify came in big for Spider Miles as that sequence. Benthics got taken out, but he did his job. He got the job done, and TNC responded. We talked about it. You make sure that you synchronize with your roamers initiations, their playmakers initiations, and they did just that. Goyo actually holding on to the Echo. In my head, I was thinking, why aren't you using it? But he used it at the perfect time then.
Here we go, AJ with another penalty zone, just wailing away. Kaizen, he wants the Lord, but he understands there's way too many members of TNC here, and they miss out. King Kong scores it. Will they go for the turn? Ben Things goes down one more time. Lancey scores a kill. He smells blood, looking for a BMI in. No, 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 he says. And they back out unless Lancey, he smells it. Looking for a decimation kill. Oh, they back off. They're way too low. TNC winning the exchange.
1 for Lord. TNC, they'll be able to use this one as Benthics would be respawning 10 seconds from now. And still Minana Evos holds the gold lead, but with this Lord push, TNC could hopefully turn things around.
Yeah, as you put it though, Leo, TNC Pro Team, they're very honest in their approach. Minana Evos, they're going outside the box. They're splitting. They have a Grok and Claude splitting towers and splitting lanes. That's how out of the box they're going right now. Okay, that hurts.
I felt that. AJ comes in with the penalty zone. Oh, here we go. He's coming in. Spent the flicker. Oh, but to no avail.
Yeah, Minana Evos has a slight gold lead. Good items on their heads as well on their hands. TNC Pro Team, what can they do else with this?
Here we go. They got a Lord coming through. Goyo hiding in that bush. Kaizen gets spotted. Head spin. Displacing him. Just cuts on right through. Minana Evos playing defensively right now.
Yep, no inhibitor turrets down just yet, but TNC, they were able to score 2 turrets for that Lord push. And again, that was a Luminous Lord that melted quite quickly right in front of Minana Evos. This is the power of the Claude. Having that percentage damage really is a big asset for Minana Evos.
All right. Things have slowed down somewhat. Lancy with the Divine Glyph, but TNC actually no, they don't want to slow down. They want to continue it. They want to be aggressive and keep getting the information, which is the right call. Finally, they got to bring that tower down bottom, and you can see here just how much work Minana Evos has been putting across the map. It's finally even in towers, but Minana Evos got their lead because, again, Doming and Lord JM just keep opening up the map. But now TNC Pro Team, they have a harsh reality ahead of them. This Claude was relatively left undisturbed and has all the items he needs. And so far, we've been seeing that the last few team fights look like it could actually be a turnaround by Minana Evos, a counter punish, even though TNC would be the ones to start it out.
Yeah, Doming AR right now, definitely the damage dealer for the side of Minana Evos. And he had a very, very good early game, considering how weak the damage is coming in from the Blazing Duet in the early. Now in the late game, the nerfs, you won't feel it that much anymore. Doming, you could see the comfort in his pickup here, but this is quite dangerous if Menting snuffs him out.
Spotted, goes for the Art of Thievery to check the bush. That's how you do it. That's how you do it safely. And Goyo throws out here an Astral Echoes. So they're just checking how far they can go. This is what you call in a boxing match a check.
Yeah, these two are very objective-minded.
Yeah.
Only 6 kills, 3 on each side. But it's the objective game here. TNC going as 5. Minana Evos splitting the map. Someone's got to give. It's at that point now, what we're talking about with these two teams. Now, those late game conversions.
Yeah, Luminous Lord started here by Minana Evos, but Kaysen will be tanking quite a bit of damage. Penalty zone quite early there, but they will go for the brunt of the damage for Kaysen, but not quite sure if he's the right target if you're TNC.
Overcommitted already. Quite a few greens spent in by the Phoenix as Lord gets pulled out of its pit. Down with 2/3 right now, and Lord J puts up a ball. Benting with the Minoan Fury. 3 gets knocked up. In comes Doming.
He's gone.
He gets blasted by Goyo. Point blank. 1 down for Minana Evos as TNC looks to score their second Lord.
Oh, look at that. Innocent standing in front of Minana Evos. He's zoning them out.
Oh, and finally, TNC gets a clear win by securing the Luminous Lord. Doming tried to go for the shocking play, gets shocked instead.
Oh, dude, Goyo saw that coming. Goyo understood. I'm not so sure if the Astral Echo was instrumental there, but, oh, dude, Doming didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it looked like it was just everything that Innocent and Goyo threw at him. Like, the moment they saw a Blazing Duet and Claude right in front of them, they're like, okay, basic attack skills has just burned him down, and he got bursted down.
Yeah, less than a second too. Now TNC knocking at the doors of Minana Evos. They've been hungry for a win. They've been hungry for a point, and this could be it. This could be their time.
AJ coming in. Penalty zone answered by heavy spin. Get on out of here. And he gets evicted from inside Minana Evos' base as the Tigers melt down this Luminous Lord.
Just like that, the siege might just be over for TNC. The other waves will be really far off of the base of Minana Evos. So Minana Evos, they would successfully defend their base.
Wow, it feels like I'm watching TNC Pro Team at their peak when they were contending in Season 9. The objective mindset, the discipline. This is the TNC Pro Team that teams even heading into MPL Philippines Season 12 were wary of. And now we're seeing it. And Minana Evos, still, they have kept it close. They've played to their strengths right now. Two teams desperate, hungry for a win as playoffs is getting closer and closer. And we're seeing them showing shades of what they were in the past.
And looking at Minana Evos, the pressure is on them. They just beat Omega 2-0. If they lose the TNC, it just spells inconsistency for the squad.
Yep, it's back to square one for the Tigers. And I gotta say, man, TNC, the reason why they're doing this so well, why they're doing much better in this game is because Goyo has now tied himself right onto Bentings. He's like those two characters from the movie Kimi no Na wa. They got a red string across each other. No matter what the other does, the other follows.
You know what? I don't think the story goes like that, but
close enough.
Close enough.
Watashi wa Goyo.
Watashi wa Goyo, dati ba yo?
Great movie, 2016.
I love Naruto.
Check it out.
TNC, they might go for the poke here. Doesn't really land with the Astral Echo, but TNC, they're waiting for the next big objective, which should be the Evolved Lord 30 seconds from now.
Trying to say is Goyo knows now. Goyo follows through his initiations. not just with Ben Things, but even Ajay. And Ajay is doing crazy things right now. 0-0-4. That doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah, he's not just a guy, he's Ajay. Domeng already
I like that. I like that.
Domeng already has a wind talker on his hands. Lord JM with a malefic roar. Lancy picked up a holy crystal. So TNC, despite them being in the lead, it is still a very close game. It could boil down to one big mistake if ever Minana Evos finds a way to turn it around.
It's really high pressure for both teams now. One mistake could spell the team's doom, and you don't want that, especially in the face of the Evolved Lord and being in the bottom of the standings. The 7th place team and the 8th place team, they have no room for error. They can't mess around and find out. They have to get the points.
Yeah, we can see here in the player cams, here in EPL Arena, Kaizen very vocal with his team. Ben Things, the only one speaking for TNC.
Here we go, heavy
Kaizen.
spin. Kaizen says, I got Ajay, and he flickers on out, and they can re-engage once more, keeping a hold onto the Lord. King Kong pulling it up closer, TNC side.
You gotta be calm under pressure here. You gotta keep your composure in check if you're Minana Evos, because TNC, they've been holding quite well.
Kaizen with the headbutt one more time. A stolen penalty zone, and an Astral Echo answered back by Goyo. Lord James tries to hunt down Innocent. Wild charge already spent, but Innocent looking to fire back. Lord gets reset.
Okay, Innocent actually used the Wind of Nature and his ultimate there. Ben Things still has his ultimate. He's holding on to it. That could be big for TNC. But Minana Evos still has the Holy Baptism of the Rafaelo on them and the Blazing Duet out of the Claude.
And still, a lot of healing coming in from Spider Miles as we wait for this big Lord fight. Both teams really eager to find the mistake or wait for the mistake to happen.
Here we go. Kaizen engages, forcing TNC to move back one more time. Lord at neutral. And it's the Grok and the Claude, again, the side laners taking care of their waves. Permanent damage has been dealt to Minana Evos' base. No inhibitors left, so the map is naturally against them.
And TNC, time is on their side. And for Minana Evos, they gotta wait it up. They need to make sure that their waves are all right.
Oh, here we go. Are they gonna commit hard onto Kaizen as he gets his heavy spin off of cooldown? Lord here, less than half health. Goyo gets a huge Astral Meteor on, no one home.
Still, half HP on this Lord.
Waves at mid getting cleared. The waves at top might need to be addressed here.
Here we go, Kaizen with his heavy spin. Ajay, no one home in the penalty zone, gets displaced. And another Astral Echo. Ajay, his immortality gets popped, gets knocked up by the Lord. Lord here at a fourth of its health. What are they gonna do? He goes down, Lassie takes him out. And Doming, King Kong falls, Doming gets a kill, and it's all collapsing on the TNC right before their eyes. 3 for none plus the Lord, thank you very much.
The pain in Ben Things' eyes when he saw that the flicker couldn't even save his life. Redmore, what happened?
Oh, it's a disaster. No, Innocent!
Innocent falls. It's just Goyo left, and there's a big Evolved Lord marching up for Minana up top.
Minana Evos have found a way, a slow dissection, knowing what they needed to do, the targets they needed to go for. TNC have lost their lead.
And now, the slow push, wild charge flicker, Lord James facing out Goyo. Kaizen, the rest of them going in. Lord
2 seconds and Ajay
making his entrance. Can Ajay do this? It's over. Game 1 goes over to Minana Evos.